Okay, so this one is going to spin around red. We're live, okay?
Okay, great. Excellent. So we get to hear music the whole time while we're talking.
Nice.
I guess in the background or whatever.
I like it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a good setup.
Thank you. You haven't been here in a little bit.
It's been, JP, you and I were here last year, what, 2 years ago maybe?
Oh, yeah, I
2.5?
remember that. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah. She's pointing, says we're on, I think. She's looking on the computer.
I need a headphone on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the hottest sounds. It's the hottest mixtape in the world, and you've got it.
Welcome everybody to this special show, the Artist Show, featuring Patrick Dune and the Desert Hearts. And Patrick, we're missing somebody. You may want to log in. I'm gonna put your little headsets there.
Sure, no problem. Hey.
Yeah, and get up on your mic. So
hey, it's
yeah,
great to be here.
Yeah, it's awesome to be here with you. Talk a little bit about who's missing here.
Well, unfortunately, we were missing our drummer, David O, today. Unfortunately, he had a scheduling conflict, and he couldn't make it today. But we've got plenty more things coming up for the shows and releases. So I'm sure we'll get to see him real soon.
And we talked about this earlier. How long has it been since you guys have been here?
Oh, it's I think JP and I are here like a year and a half.
About
a year and a half is the last time we were in the studio with you here, Henry. And I know we were talking about some shows and things we had going on then. But yeah,
we're ready to go. And so, in case everybody wants to know, it's Patrick Dune and the Desert Hearts -1.
Minus one today.
Yeah, and so we're going to play some stuff in the background for you. We have it on hold right now till we get going, and then we're going to let you talk a little bit to your Facebook fans and your international group as we get off this. But we want to introduce you to this band. It's a mighty band. We got to stream them live up north, and that was in Longmont, wasn't it?
It's in Longmont. Yeah,
streaming was barely coming out.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Now everybody streams. And then we brought out some brand new type of equipment that just does 9 different shots. So you'll see different shots in here. We'll log into you as I let you talk a little bit about this new song called Maria. And in the meantime, I'm going to put you on with this new song that, well, it's not a new song, it's an older song, Long Way Down. Tell us about that song.
Well, that was one of the singles off my last record that I released in Canada about 5 years ago.
And it's a good one.
Yeah, it did really well. And I think it was my first, off the record of my first complete solo album under Patrick Dune when I broke away from my original band from back in the 80s. So it's done very well. Yeah.
So we're going to let you listen to Long Way Down just on the audio stream. If you're just listening on your smart device, your Roku, you're in a smart car, you're just being a smart ass out there. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Check out this next tune, and we're going to get off the audio and stay with you here on the visual. And that's 2 cameras going at once. And I'll let Patrick just kind of talk a little bit about this new song, Maria, as you listen to Long Way Down.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited these days. We spent the last probably 15 months or so in the studio that I opened about a year ago here in Colorado, and we've been really focused on our brand new record, which we're very excited about bringing out early next year. So look for that and stay tuned. But we're excited today because today is the official day that we're launching and releasing the first single off our new record called Maria. And that's a single that we'll play for you real shortly. And the song I've had kicking around for a little while. It originally came up a number of years ago when I met now my wife, Maria. And I think it was a great inspiration. She happens to be in the studio here today too. So It's just really once I came to Colorado because I'm originally from Canada and put the new band together and found the right lineup with the Desert Hearts. It really helped, I think, refine a lot of the songs that I was writing and some of the experiences that I was going through. And I'm really pleased with the outcome of the single Maria. It's really taken on a really good format, and I hope everyone enjoys it when we play it later. And it's, of course, available for download and purchase today on CD Baby. So we're pretty excited about that.
You guys go out and purchase it, absolutely.
Come on up here, JP.
Come on up.
I have JP, who's our lead guitar player here in the studio, and we also got Robert, our bass player, in the studio here today as well too. So, JP?
There you go. Yeah, we spent for like the last, 6, 7, 8 months we've been in the studio recording. It's just a relentless process, as a lot of you guys know out there, you're musicians. But it's just proven, I think, really good. I think this is going to be a good record. I know Patrick and I were very excited about producing this thing, and we sure hope that you guys like it.
Yeah, we've spent, I know JP and I alone have spent like more than 1,000 hours in the studio over this last year, recording and mixing and producing this record. So we're almost there. We're almost there.
Almost done.
Yeah, this spring we're going to be coming to everyone real soon with the big CD release launch, and we're pretty excited.
Yeah, check out. Is it online? The name of the studio?
Yeah, my studio. Thanks for the plug, man.
There you go.
Yeah, Dune Tunes Recording is my recording studio that I built about a year ago here in Colorado. So I'm fortunate enough to have my studio to be able to record and produce everything through it as well too, because you want to spend the time to get things just right.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah. Robert, what about you?
Come on.
Here, that's a good idea.
Oh, now you don't need to, JP. Yeah, this has turned into a really good record. We've played this live, a few clubs around town, got a really good response at the Hard Rock Cafe. I know you people are going to love this album. It just rocks, it kicks. Can't wait till you hear the rest of it. Maria is a great start for you all. Just get involved with Patrick Dune and the Desert Hearts.
Thanks,
Right
man.
on, man.
Yeah. It's funny. We've been. I know for the last year we've been kind of playing out and playing a lot of shows here locally, and we played out the single that we're about to release, Maria, quite a few times. And I mean, that was one of the decisions of all our fans and listeners. Helped us make that decision that was the single that we wanted to release first. And I think we listened to everyone because that's the one that they really wanted to get their hands on first, and one of their favorites. So that's what we're doing. We're listening to our fans, and hopefully they'll listen to us.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's really interesting, I'm over here trying to make sure the equipment is moving quickly, but we lost a little bit of feed. But we could talk a little bit more of what you were saying earlier, because we lost the feed right when you were talking. So let us know again of what you were saying. So I don't want that to
Lost
go
the
away.
feed.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just like that means we're getting slammed with a lot of people logging in simultaneously.
Well, great.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It works out fine, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to bring up Maria too. What on the next tune you want me to play, Maria?
Sure. Yeah.
that'd be great.
I'll talk a little about it, and then we'll play
Go
that.
over it.
But I know Robert wanted to give a
Yeah,
shout out to a
we,
few people and stuff.
I'm going to
too.
zoom in on you so you
Yeah,
can give a
we've
shout out.
been playing out to some local clubs, and Maria's gotten a great response. We got great responses at the Hard Rock Cafe. This is a great opening tune to get you all involved in Patrick Dune and the Desert Hearts. A lot of great music. Got a lot of great surprises for you on this album. Can't wait for you all to hear it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Sure is. It sure is. Yeah. So
It covers a wide range of styles that I can just speak a little bit, if I can, for Patrick, from my viewpoint. The songwriting style is simple. It's relatable. It also goes deep. It's a little profound sometimes. I think it has a lot of dramatic input in the music. So I think there's some depth in there too at the same time that I think a lot of people will be able to appreciate.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, that was one of the reasons when I first came to Colorado that JP was one of the first people that I met here, and he had an interesting background from his rock perspective coming out of LA, and we had a great perspective coming out of myself from Canada, and he had more of a harder edged rock background. I had more of a pop rock, from a Bryan Adams perspective. Or Tom Petty perspective influence. So when we first played together, I know we played one of our first shows together. We jammed, I think, for one day and played the show the next day. And after the show, we kind of just knew that this is working because there was a great blend between our backgrounds and things that we had going on. And I know Robert was one of the first bass players that I met as well too. And him and I have been friends since first year I was here in Colorado too. So.
And this is really interesting because it took a while because we lost feed on one of the Facebook feeds and we got it back up, but now we're okay. So I got to make sure. That's why I put you guys all three together. It took me out of the picture there.
Yeah, no worries.
But it's nice to have all you guys. Like you said, you're missing one. This next song, Maria, we're going to play it right after Led Zeppelin. And play some of the stuff that you have. Back up in here, you have a lot of stuff on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, there's a lot of historic videos with my old band and past band members before I found the actual final lineup for the Desert Hearts, which was, when I was under my own name, Patrick Dune, or the Patrick Dune Band.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history,
Big
a lot of shows from Canada and some stuff here. Maria, the song that we're going to play next, which is the new single. This is a brand new one. It just got released today.
And how do we get it on CD
We
Baby?
can get it on CD Baby, and next week you'll be able to stream it and purchase it anywhere from Amazon to iTunes to wherever.
Everything. And we were hoping to get some of the pictures up there, but we were kind of, we were doing this like right on the spur of everything. Right?
Yeah, everything is just moving pretty quick these days, You spend a lot of time in the studio for the last year, and then when everything's about to come out, I mean, everything just happens all at once.
Quickly,
so we're moving real quickly here. But the song Maria again is the first single off the new record. It was a fan pleaser because we've played that song out probably over the last year here to a lot of shows, and we've listened to a lot of our fans and listeners, and they voted that this is the first single that they wanted to hear. So,
ain't it funny? Missing the drummer here. It's kind of funny that missing the drummer feels like the band's not complete. The band ain't playing tonight.
Because I know David would have something to say. He's such an eccentric personality, and he's like the the outgoing, funny guy in the band. He's always got
cool,
and he's great. So, but we'll get him in real soon here again.
Yeah, I want to have you guys back because
for sure,
like you said, I can't believe it's been that long since you've been back into the studio.
It's been about a year and a half since.
And we've changed a little bit of things in here, if you can tell.
Right,
We've really changed up a lot of stuff. We got a lot of nice high tech equipment too, so that we can do a lot of fun things in here.
Well, this is great. I mean, Henry, you're doing a lot of great stuff for independent artists. So,
yes, finally, this.
I thank you for all you do here.
Denver's on fire, if you guys know. Denver's on freaking fire right now, and I know it. And being an independent studio, we can do what we want. We can say mother, father, or anything we want. Shut that front door. We can. It's like, and some of the shows they do that. They really get busy.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure you got some colorful, different personalities in here.
A lot of shows in here, and they all do some wild things. And it's fun, It's like, and then we can create a show and bring you guys on, which is nice. There's no talk to corporate. Let's get the memo and sorry, that kind of shoot.
Exactly. Can you tell me something, Henry? What's the deal with all the chicks in the Facebook? These beautiful women you're posting up there all the time.
That's a good point.
What is that?
That is a really good point.
We're patched in with a lot of the modeling agencies, and they hook us up with the different females to come in here, and it's like window dressing. Who wants to look at me all the time? It's like, wow, they don't even know.
Now, there's a tip for the listeners. Hang around with Henry, man. He's got a lot of good women hanging around him.
So let's go back onto the radio and introduce Maria, and then we'll come back off. We'll only introduce it for about 15 seconds and come back on and talk more about Maria as it plays.
Sounds great. Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, some good stuff by Led Zeppelin. Of course, we got to get some Led Zeppelin in there. Patrick, what do you think, man? We're having a great time here, introducing you back to the audience. We got to get you back in here because you're all over the place, playing all over, around town, Denver and some of the surrounding cities. Tell us some of the cities that you have been playing at.
Well, we haven't played for a little while because we've been in the studio probably for the last year in my studio recording the new record. But prior to that, yeah, we've been playing all the major theaters in venues in town, and I know this record is finally coming to its completeness. So we're all really itching to get back out there and get playing again.
And the name of the tune?
And the new single that's released today. Get it today on online at CD Baby. It's called Maria.
So if you're hearing it live, if you're hearing it on the radio, you're going to hear it real nice and clean. Right now we're going to play it, but it's going to be in the background as we talk about it, okay? We won't talk too much so we can hear it in the background, okay?
Sure. Yeah, no problem. Maria. Get the single.
Well, Maria, step into the light. Maria, come here, Maria.
Come on in.
Come in. Step right back here. They left you a spot, man.
Come in between JP and Robert.
This is your Maria, right?
This is my Maria. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do a zoom in on Maria.
No, I met Maria about 5 years ago. Maybe almost 6 years ago now, and it was kind of that long distance relationship because I still lived in Canada and she lived here in Colorado, and I met her here when I was doing a big show. I was playing at the Denver Pepsi Center, and she was working in a local music store because we needed some more amplifiers and backline for the show, and I just happened to meet her, and we kind of
hit it off.
We've been together ever since, and those long distance relationships kind of things. So
it worked out.
Yeah, and I ended up writing the song.
She takes a lot of photos, and you're an avid photographer.
She is. She's
she's
the band photographer. She takes some amazing shots.
Yes, I can tell.
And we'll be posting a lot of new stuff, and we just redid our website as well too. So
real nice and with all the
all the new stuff. Yep.
The new song by Patrick Dune.
Yeah. I also want to give a shout out to a couple people, for this single to get it released. First and foremost, I wanted to thank Todd Loomis from his mastering studio here in Colorado. He worked a lot of late hours with us, in his mastering studio to get everything done right, and he's a super guy. So thanks, Todd. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, there's some good mix. I get a lot of different mix downs from all these different bands from around the world. I've got an ear for it. It's like listening for a while. You guys, somebody didn't mix that down right.
Right.
Music too loud, can't hear the vocals. Or,
exactly.
A good mix down. It's the beat. It's the hook that you gotta have. The sound.
Yeah.
The beat. Where this Maria looks like everybody's up and dancing on the floor, right?
Yeah.
That's probably what happens.
Exactly. As our drummer David says, it's a toe tapper.
It's true. That's what it's all about. Like I said, this could be a hit with a bullet. And
we're
expose it, and keep rolling it out there.
Yeah.
We'd like to do it because we have the Denver Takeover on Thursdays.
On Thursdays.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you have more tunes to go with it, I can feature your band for that show. And I play other Denver groups, but I play 2 or 3, maybe even 4 of your songs. And one I call it 4 on the floor or 3 on the tree.
Sure. Yeah.
3 on the or 2 birds or whatever you got.
Really appreciate that. Yeah.
And then when we get the repetitive, hey, who was that?
Yeah.
That says something. Then it starts rolling. And then
Yep. Yeah. Well, not only do we love playing live, but when we're recording it, we take our time to make sure that like you said, the mixes are solid and everything can be heard in clarity. And we take a lot of time in the studio, to produce that properly and make sure the mixes are balanced well before they're sent over to the mastering studio, right?
This is a dancing, jamming song. You'll remember it. It's
well, I hope so. I hope everyone remembers it. And,
a timeless song.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
you probably don't know this, but we also have a BDJ out in the northern quarter in Europe, and I will send this to him. So he broadcasts on Thursday also, late evening, but it's kind of 8 hours later. But he does indie rock, which, I mean, this fits. I mean, people love new stuff
Great.
all the time. So I'll send it out there to them too. So that, cause, I mean, he hits all the, Europe, but it also comes back this way as KUHS.
Well, that's great. That's great.
Nice.
Yeah, because the record that we're going to release next spring, and we'll start a tour, across Colorado and then some of the other states. But the year after, depending on the response we get and what's happening with our schedules, I'd love to get over and do some kind of a
European tour.
European tour,
like
tour.
Manchester, London, Paris, France.
Absolutely,
Just like
absolutely.
at least 7, 8
Yeah,
places that you can go hit one after another.
exactly.
And if you
Even
sell every one of them out, boy, that was great.
Well, even the last record that I put out from Canada, I mean, it did far more than I thought it would. And from a demographics perspective, I mean, we have a lot of fans in Europe,
That's
across,
what's nice. And they know
Asia and Japan, and Germany and Switzerland, France, England. We get a lot of. I get a lot of people purchasing it from there too. Yeah, and streaming our music.
Nice.
So it's great.
And for those who have just joined us, you're right here in the studio with me. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Patrick Dune, and the Desert Hearts -1. But it's one of those things where there's always maybe somebody that can't make it, or they're scheduling conflicts with either work or staying at home or traveling for the Thanksgiving holidays or whatever.
Right.
He's got to have done. You have some more music up here. Is there another song I can play of yours?
Yeah, you've got a lot of stuff from our last record. JP and I just released something recently too. From the passing of Tom Petty, which if anyone knows me real well, knows it was one of my biggest influences and one of the reasons I got into music. So we released a single that I think you played a few months back to honor him.
Which one is it?
It's called Pleasure Row.
Pleasure Row. I don't think I have that in as a standard. Oh yeah. Yes, I do.
Yeah, pretty sure.
What's wrong with you? Yeah. You sent it to me.
Yeah.
Yes, and I did play that on a Thursday on the Denver Takeover.
That's right.
So I was
That's right.
throwing it
Yeah,
out
I
there.
appreciate that.
I don't have that.
JP and I released that as a single, just as a free download, as a single, as a tribute to Tom Petty.
So what we're going to do, we're going to go right up on
Did
here
well too. Did very well.
on the radio, and we're going to introduce this song to the listening audience that's out there that can't get on the social media sites and watch us live.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
let's get back on with our headsets.
Yeah. Yeah. We won't back down.
That's right. We're determined.
We're determined.
And
Absolutely.
who was that jamming right there, huh? We're going to hold up just for a second. We had Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers playing on that song, right? And this next song, I held it up because we have to talk about it a little bit, like you were saying. You did a special.
Yeah. If anyone knows me real well, knows that Tom Petty has been a big influence in my life for music. It was one of the reasons I got into music. And when he passed, unfortunately, just recently, I got together with JP in the studio and I wrote a song to tribute and honor him, an original song called Pleasure Row, and we released that about a month ago as a free download in tribute to Tom Petty. And surprisingly, if we're not expecting too much out of it, it actually got some good airplay and did very well.
It was really a
And,
nice tribute. I really liked this song. It was well done. You sent it to me. I thought, wow, this is slick. You know what I mean? It's really, really nice. And you sent it to me, and I got to play it only once. And so for those who didn't get to hear it before, we're going to play it right now. And we're going to go over it just for the social side. We'll come off of this, let them on the audio side.
Sure.
Listen to this, and we'll come back on the social side, all those live streams that we have right now, and talk about it right there, okay?
Yeah, this is Pleasure Row.
That's great. I mean, you see us twice.
Yeah,
that's okay.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Sometimes I keep dropping signal. It's rare that this happens. That means tons of people are logging in simultaneously.
Well, that's great.
Pounds us, and it's rare, but it happens. So, but I can get it back up in seconds. So we're back up and everything. But we'll talk about this song that you guys did
Yeah.
in memory of Tom Petty.
It's right. Yeah. It was a song that I got together with JP in my studio, literally 24 hours after.
And you had it down. It was like it's just like a natural thing. You're just there. It is.
Yeah, when I heard of the passing of Tom Petty, who's been a big influence in my life, one of the reasons I got into music, it just hit me hard, and I had a lot of people actually call me, personally or text me or email me and say, hey, you're the first person I thought of because they knew he was such a big influence in my life. So I ended up writing a song that night, and I called JP the next morning and said, hey, you got to come to the studio. We're going to do something here. And we got together and arranged this tune, and we recorded it literally within a day and released it as a free download.
And it came out really nice.
Yeah.
I like the way it came out myself. I mean, listen to how nice that sounds.
Yeah.
It's like it was in you. There it was.
Yeah, and if you listen to the lyrics, I mean, it's really a story about myself and how Tom Petty influenced me.
Nice.
So because a lot of people were calling me and asking me, hey, so I know you love Tom Petty. I'm sorry to hear he passed, and tell me your story about it. So I ended up telling the story a lot. So that's kind of what went into the song.
And a lot of people compare you to Tom Petty. How come? Is it the flavor of the way you play your music, or?
Well, I started getting that label years ago when I was.
Because we talked about this I remember at the last interview.
Yeah, years ago.
You two just came in. I don't think you were here. I remember you from back in the day of when you used to come over to the computer shop. You used to say, "Whoa," it made sense.
Yeah.
Tell us about that one.
Well, it really started way back in Canada when I was younger. I play if anyone knows me, I play Rickenbacker guitars, and I have quite a few of them, a lot of custom ones, and that's kind of my sound. It's kind of developed into my sound, my jangle sound, and back in the 80s and stuff when I toured and stuff, in the 90s, they called me the Rickenbacker Kid until so when I came to Colorado, and I had met JP and Robert, and we put the new band together. I mean, I think it was really just a real good fit for, like I mentioned earlier, with JP coming from the rock scene, had that kind of harder-edged rock, and I had that kind of jangle, kind of clean sound with the Rickenbackers, and then bringing Robert in from, his background. With a smooth,
and he's got some
smooth rhythm section.
Good background too.
Yeah.
It's funny how you get a 4-piece band together and you can get it really, really tight. Especially if it all meshes. Everybody just, man, you know where you're going. Everybody knows where you're going. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Sometimes you can get the wrong. It's not per se wrong, but a musician that it just doesn't match.
Yeah.
You're jamming. It sounds good, but it just doesn't go together.
Yeah, and I know JP and I, we went through that for quite a while. The first couple of years I was
finding a couple of.
Well, finding the right individuals. You're absolutely correct. It's finding the right formula and finding the right individuals with the right backgrounds that kind of really mesh. And when you get the right people in the room and you play for the first time, you kind of just know it.
You
right?
just know. You feel it right now.
Right?
Yep. You can it just feels. And then the drummer, he's always bringing. A lot of nice stuff to the mix, right? Because he's got that feel.
Yeah. But it's funny. The story with David is he had contacted me a year earlier and heard some of my stuff off my first record, Middle Ground, and he had been pursuing me and emailing me and saying, "Hey, I'm the guy. I'm your drummer. I can do this. I'm the great fit." And we were playing with someone else, and we had guys come and going and different things while we were trying to put the final lineup together. So finally, I with David kept emailing me, texting me. I said, "Okay, let's bring in David. This guy's been after me for about a year.
He
says he's the guy."
I'm
so
the dude.
We brought him in for one rehearsal, and we kind of just knew that,
you
he's
could
the
feel
guy.
him in
Right, he's
the pocket.
He's the guy. Yeah. So
and then he has that personality, right?
Yeah, he has that personality and right edge that we needed, and it just kind
Gets you
of
guys
completed.
laughing, even though somebody's pissed off, like he gets you laughing. Gosh.
I remember every time after we'd be playing the songs, we'd rehearse, and what would we tell him? How did I do? He'd ask,
Yeah. That's true. That was funny. That's right. Yeah.
And he'd say, or we would tell him,
It's not bad.
Poor guy.
And that's true because, well, mean, JP and I were a little jaded because we've been auditioning a lot of drummers over the last 6 to 8 months, and we had a few guys that we'd play with if we had a show, but we were looking for the solid lineup, right? So yeah, David came in, he played like 3 or 4 songs, and we take a break, and what do you think? And I look at JP, look at me, go, it's not bad, because we were kind of jaded at this point. It's just that, we weren't sure, right? But we kind of knew inside that he was the guy, but I mean, we were just kind of, it's not bad. So we strung him along. No, we didn't string him along.
He's hearing this.
Yeah, and then at the end of that rehearsal, or I think we had one more, and we were just like, that's it. We actually have an ongoing joke in the band. Every time we take a photo, like a photo promo shots or something, who's ever on the end, it's like, you're temporary because you can be photoshopped now.
That's wrong. Maria will do it.
No. So we mess around a lot in the band. I mean, like, again, we all got the right personalities to get together, so we have a lot of fun too. And you gotta love what you do. And if it's not fun at the end of the day, I mean, what's the point, right? But I mean, we've all been doing music all our lives, so it's kind of who we are.
Speaking of fun, Robert, the final piece of the puzzle, is probably the nicest guy, I think, out of all of us, as far as
the nicest guys. That's all right.
I mean, there's so much, testosterone, whatever, going around in the room, but Robert, just a nice, easygoing guy, easy to work with, and it just makes a wonderful addition.
For all of those who are tuning in, Patrick Dune and the Desert Hearts, minus the drummer. Yeah. We're here. We're here. It's just cool. It's a special show of artists, the Artist Show with Patrick Dune, and the release of the brand new single, which is Maria. Maria. Is that Maria? Maria. You put the pronunciation into it?
Well, if
Maria!
If you ask Maria, she would say it that way, yes. But
it's nice to have you here tuning in with us on KUHSdenver.com. It's always nice to have these, awesome individuals that come into our studio. We always have somebody new, somebody great coming in here with us. And it's nice to have you join us to see this. So we lost our signal a couple times, but we got it back up so you can see all the multiple feeds as we have fun here. And you can go to KUHSdenver.com. That feed did not go down. That's continuous. And that's on this camera over here, so I'm glad you joined us over there. And so this camera here is Facebook Live, and Patrick Dune. Go around and introduce everybody again, just in case somebody's joining us late.
Sure, no problem.
And I'll act like I'm the drummer.
Yeah, he's our temporary drummer.
Cut him. Photoshop his ass.
Yeah, he's on the end. So it's Patrick Dune here and the Desert Hearts. We got JP here on lead guitar. We got Robert Boomer here on bass, and unfortunately we don't have our drummer here today, but we'll see him real soon. And we got Henry kind of filling in as our pseudo drummer here with his massive drumsticks. He looks like Animal from Sesame Street.
They're gonna Photoshop me here in the next 2-3 minutes. No worries.
So we're happy to be in, and it's getting exciting for us again. After all the work and many hours in the studio.
And I love having you guys here. Because as we progress and progress, you guys progress, everybody progresses, and having this medium, KUHSdenver.com, an independent station with Patrick Dune and the Desert Hearts. So we're gonna play one more song of yours, and we'll call it a day. And we really enjoyed having you. And we want to have you guys back, okay, so we can enjoy the drummer if he gets here, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much, Henry.
It's never the end yet.
Great seeing you. Yeah, it's a pleasure. I always like seeing you guys.
Yeah, great to see you again, Henry.
Good.
Appreciate your support for us with our new single. And
I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna probably put it in the rotation. And we always do. And everybody says, "Well, you play it at night?" I go, "Yeah, I play it at night, day and night." Well, nobody will hear it at night. Well, on the other side of the earth, they will.
I also wanted to mention one more thing as well too. We just had a really fun time in there. And you can check it out on our YouTube channel, Patrick Dune and the Desert Hearts. We released a clip from that was recorded at the filming of our new video. So we just filmed a new video for the single Maria that we're releasing today, and that'll be released early December.
We wish we had it. I mean,
Yeah. Sorry, it's not ready yet, but I mean, it'll be released on early December. And there's a really funny clip that we released on Facebook for it, so everyone go check it out. It's a lot of fun. And I wanted to kind of shout out to another good friend of ours that helped us film the video as well too, Scotty Brown.
Yeah.
Scotty Brown.
Scotty Brown. I mean, a lot of people know him in this town, and he's a good dude. And I appreciate all his help and support too.
Nice.
So, peace, buddy.
Where's your next gig? Where are you guys playing at next?
Well, we're just lining up a few major release shows for the new record.
Nice.
We're talking to a number of venues right now, so we'll release that and
Get into
our schedule very soon.
Nice.
So stay tuned to our Facebook page and into our website.
And also say your YouTube channel again.
Yeah, the YouTube channel is Patrick Dune and the Desert Hearts. Our website is patrickduneandthedeserthearts.com, and check us out on Facebook as well too. I mean, and we'll be coming to a town really close to you real soon to play.
Let's say goodbye to the audio audience real quick, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
The thrill of the ride with Patrick Dune. That's right. Was that the thrill of the ride, dude?
That was the thrill
That's
of the
what
ride.
I get,
That was,
okay? You already cut me out.
Yeah. That's a life song.
I got to
that's
be
the
your
thrill of the
drummer
ride.
for a good solid, 2 minutes?
Yeah. You held it well.
I'm the first one ever. How'd I do?
You did excellent.
No, you were supposed to say.
Oh, not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. So after not, that much, 2 minutes, I'm out. That sure ended it for me, didn't it? Patrick Dune and the Desert Hearts and the release of Maria.
Our new single.
Yeah.
Yes.
Released today. You can get it online at CD Baby and everywhere else on iTunes, Amazon, all next week.
Start downloading it, people. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I've only seen 400 of them downloaded. Come on, get busy.
Don't just like the Facebook page. Go buy the single. Trust me, you won't be disappointed.
That's right. Patrick Dune and the Desert Hearts here on KUHSdenver.com. It's been a lot of fun having them here. We always bring you something new and innovative. Always watch for all the new people that come into the studio. You'll always see, we never segregate. We don't care. It's all about music with us, KUHSdenver.com, playing the best music 24/7. In our case, it's 25/8. All the way around the clock, around the world. We're originating in Denver, but we're touching musical lives all around the world. Patrick Dune, thank you for joining us here in this beautiful day.
Yeah, thanks so
in
much.
the neighborhood.
Thanks so much, Henry, for having us in. I mean, it's been a blast as usual, and we're going to come back real soon. And thanks for plugging our new single.
I'm going to replay the single right now, if that's okay, and I'm going to end it with Hollywood. So the new single is Patrick Dune, Desert Hearts, Maria.
Peace.
And there you have it. So we're going to conclude this right now. Say goodbye to all our Facebook fans and friends and family and everybody who's involved here. KUHSdenver.com and Patrick Dune and the Desert Hearts, minus their drummer.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Pick up the new single. We'll be coming to a town or a city real soon to you to play with our new music, and we're looking forward to sharing it with you. Peace.
Thank you.
Guys. Thank you, guys.